Today we're going to make lemon drizzle muffins. So I've preheated my oven to 190 degrees C or 170 degrees if it's a fan oven, and I've put my muffin cases into my muffin tin like that. Make sure they're the correct size cases for the tin. If you've only got smaller cases like these, then you'll need to use a fairy cake case tin, and you'll end up with a lot more cakes and they won't take the full 20 minutes to bake. To add the lemon flavour to our muffins, we're going to use 1 lemon. Before we cut it in half, we're going to zest it. Now the zest is just the yellow part of the skin there. There's a layer of white underneath and we don't want that because that's bitter, that's called the pith. So you can either zest it with a microplane like this, and you just gently take it down the side of the microplane, or you can use a grater like this. And then you just rub it. You find the smallest holes and just one rub down each like that, so you don't go down to the white. So once we've zested our lemon, we're going to cut it in half by holding it at either end with our bridge hold. We're going to cut straight through the middle like that, so you can see the pattern in the lemon. You're going to get a lemon squeezer, pop your lemon on the top and just twist it round, and all the juice will come out. And we're going to do that to both halves. Don't worry if the pips are in with the juice at this moment, we can sort that out later. So I've got my lemon juice in here and I've got my lemon zest here, and now I'm ready to weigh my ingredients into the bowl. So I've put my bowl on the scales and I'm going to set the scales to 0, and then I'm going to weigh in the self-raising flour. So 150 grams of self-raising flour. There we go. And then I'm going to add 150 grams of caster sugar. So I need to set my scales back to 0. So I'm only weighing the sugar and add in 150 grams of caster sugar. I'm just putting it slightly to the edge of the bowl. So if I go over and I need to take a few grams out, they're not all muddled up and mixed in with the flour. So I've got 152 there. So I can just take out the 2 extra grams that I don't need. Like that. And the last ingredient to weigh in is 150 grams of margarine. So set the scales to 0 again and pop in 150 grams of margarine. That's 110. Oh, 148, that was a good guess. 149. 150, perfect. I can take my bowl off the scales now and add my lemon zest. Here, like that. My lemon juice. Now I've got loads of pips in this lemon for some reason, so I'm going to use a sieve. I'm going to tip the juice through the sieve, and that catches all the pips for me so they don't end up in my cake. Last ingredient to add are 3 eggs. I'm going to crack my eggs into a jug, tap it on the edge, pop your fingers in there, pull the egg open, tip it in, and do that with all 3 eggs. So just give them a little gentle beat with the fork, just to break the yolks down, like that. This jug's a bit small, it's tipping over, and add them to your bowl. So we've now got our flour, our sugar, our margarine, our eggs, our lemon zest and our lemon juice, and we're going to begin to mix it. So you can do it the old-fashioned way with a wooden spoon. So you're going to bring the mix into the edge of the bowl, keep mixing like that until you've got a lovely light creamy mixture. Or if you've got a hand mixer at home, and this is what we'd use at school by the time you get to year 9, you can use a hand mixer. Takes all the hard work out of this, and it also allows us to whisk a lot more air into the cake, so it's going to rise better. So hold on to the bowl with one hand, pull the switch back with the other, and keep mixing until you've got a lovely light creamy mix. Once your mixture is light and fluffy, use 2 spoons to scrape the mixture into the muffin cases, half filling each one. Using oven gloves, put your muffins in the oven for 20 minutes. While my muffins are cooking, I'm going to make the lemon drizzle syrup to go on the top. So I've got 50 grams of caster sugar in a bowl, and I'm going to take another lemon. Using my bridge hold, I'm going to cut through the middle of it like that, and then I'm going to come back to my juicer and juice the 2 lemons. I'm going to take the juice from my lemons and add it to my sugar using the sieve because quite a few pips came out of my lemons again. Give it a little shake like that. And then taking a spoon, I'm just going to gently mix these 2 things together and wait for my cakes to finish cooking. So I've just taken my muffins out of the oven. They took 23 minutes, so I checked them after 20 and they were still a little bit pale, but now they're perfect. They've got a brown colour to the top and they're bouncing back when I touch the tops of them, which means they're cooked perfectly. I'm just going to leave them for a couple of minutes to cool down, and then I'm going to add my lemon drizzle. My cakes have been cooling for a couple of minutes, so now I can add the syrup to them. If you do it too soon, it will just go straight through the cakes and end up in the bottom of the case. So you want to share the syrup out evenly between your 12 muffins. So probably about a teaspoon's worth on each one to start with, and then if there's anything left at the end, you can come back and add a little bit more. So that's the last of my syrup added. I'm just going to leave my muffins in their case for just probably 5 minutes longer until they're cool enough for me to handle, and then I'll take them out and put them on the cooling rack. So there you have it, 12 delicious lemon drizzle muffins. If you're going to put buttercream or glacé icing on the top of them, you need to wait until they're completely cold now before you do that. And we look forward to seeing some pictures of your cakes via Google Classroom. Thank you, bye bye.